The Ism podcast, we are back at it again, what I'm saying, giving you guys the game, what I'm saying.
Yep.
This is just what we do, what I'm saying, helping you guys. Again, you guys didn't have any questions that you want us to answer, anything, any topics that you want us to talk about, let us know.
Let's start commenting.
Gotta start showing love, commenting, liking the
Yep.
video, and subscribe again. But we ain't mad at you. Just watch the video as well, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's a process.
Exactly, exactly. April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day.
Yep. Oh shit! It is
April
April Fool's
1st,
Day. Yep.
right? And I don't know
Yep.
if you remember, but I know we did talk about this a while back. If a lot of people don't know the origin, this is the origin of April Fool's Day. Okay, there's a lot of like theories, but I know one of the theories, and this actually it's not really a theory, but this is one thing that actually makes a lot of sense. So,
Okay. I really want to hear this.
1492, right? 1492. That's a very significant year for the world in general, right? Um, and basically that has something to do with this with the slave trade. This is basically when Christopher Columbus actually was commissioned to go out find the new world for white people, um,
Mm.
and go out and try to go find America, whatever. Right? That's when he set sail, whatever, 1492. But that's also when the Moors lost all the power. The last Moorish stronghold was taken over, right in Granada. That was the last time, right? So basically, where the April Fool's Day comes in is the Spaniards, right? The Spaniards had told them that they were able to go because again, they're pretty much outlawed right now, or they've been like, they pretty much have lost power, and you got to think of it as far as like, okay, imagine you living with a certain people, but you know
Hmm.
that you took the kingdom away from them, and they're just living, what I'm saying, trying to.
Yeah, you guys are just trying to
Yeah, trying to
coexist.
coexist, exactly. Even though you don't like each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So kind of like today.
Yep. Hmm.
But so what happened was they told the Moors said, okay, you guys can go back to your hometown in Morocco, right? They said you guys can go out and go visit your hometown, right? Now of course the
Okay.
Moors didn't believe them, you know what I'm saying? But they had apparently the Spaniards had actually, you know, um had brought out boats and you know what I'm saying, voyages for them to go back to Morocco again. Morocco and Spain, first of all, Africa and Spain is extremely close, extremely close. So it's literally just separated by like
Are you
yeah,
serious? Is that close?
man,
Oh
it's so
wow.
close.
Gee, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
they're
That's very
exactly.
interesting.
And then you realize like, okay, there's no way that these people didn't go there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah,
very
it's very
interesting.
close to it. Same with Italy. Italy is extremely close to Africa, bro. Sicily, right there. It's right there. Literally a boat. You could take a boat and go to Africa in a couple
Dude, why is
hours.
Africa so big?
And
It's
it's
humongous.
bigger it's
It's
bigger than
like
what we
the
think.
heart. I mean, even how it's shaped, it's like the heart of the
Yeah.
earth,
And it's
bro.
bigger than what they put on these
Oh my lord, it's
in
huge.
these maps, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a country, it's a continent. That's the people.
Continent, my
No, no,
bad.
no,
Yeah.
no, you didn't say anything bad, but I'm just
Oh, okay.
saying people, and because people don't really they think of it as a country. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like even bro,
yeah.
even has an African embassy, which doesn't even make
What
sense
is?
because Africa is a continent. It's not a country. Shouldn't so
Mm,
countries have embassies, not continents.
would they have anything?
No, they do well, they have an embassy, right? They have
Oh,
an
okay.
embassy in Canada, but I remember I asked my teacher,
Oh, I see what you're
yeah,
getting at.
like
Okay.
why is it just one, even though there are literally like 14, 15 countries in there.
There's gonna be a war where Africa and us, dude. I feel like, or that part of the world and us, because remember last episode we were talking about these new laws and stuff. So we're obviously looking at where the beliefs are going, and our beliefs that were America's beliefs are the other way, and eventually they're gonna look like the enemy or whatever. Because it's like we're trying to project this one way of
Right,
living, and you guys are doing this whole other thing,
right.
and it's eventually it's just gonna be so big,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
I think that's gonna be. Well, I agree with you actually, but I think yeah, yeah, yeah. The main thing I was gonna say was I kind of think it depends on who's in control, but at the same time, we know the people that are really in control are always in control, so it doesn't really matter. Everyone's puppets anyway. So like, but so I agree with
Mm.
you for sure. But again, so Spaniards,
But at the end of the
mhm,
day, bro, them puppets like
like Trump.
no, 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 like we're saying, like I agree with it, but it's still irrelevant because it's gonna what I'm getting at is like the people of the countries. You know, the puppets where you can fit all the puppets in like your room, in a
Hmm.
room. You know, like the ones that control the world.
Hmm.
But I'm talking
The
about the
masses and
masses.
stuff.
I'm saying the people in Africa, they're gonna maybe think a certain
Hmm.
way, and the people here maybe gonna think a certain way, and maybe they're gonna
Hmm.
collide like one day or whatever.
Well, I hope that happens as far as, but I just,
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be
I just don't want
nice.
any, violence type yeah,
Bloodshed.
bloodshed, so, right,
Well, I think I don't know. I
yeah,
think that's
yeah,
inevitable,
right,
honestly,
and it might be,
because it's just too it's too extreme the way that it's getting like things with
yeah,
kids and
exactly.
people are
Okay,
passionate, they get
that's
emotion.
right, facts.
I saw a video a couple days ago, bro, of like I think pro-lifers and not pro-lifers or something. They were literally getting into a fist fight,
Okay. Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
mean, I was,
you're right about that actually. That's gonna happen because some of
um,
these dudes have, and I want to make a point after this, but let me get to the April Fool's origin.
oh my bad,
No,
bro.
we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
that's just what
Oh,
we do, man.
that's
But
crazy.
basically, what had happened was the Spaniards, they told them, okay, you can
Hmm.
go to Morocco and visit your hometown, right? They didn't believe in that first, but they had actual vessels and ships ready for them. So the Moors said, okay, let's go. As soon as they left their homes and got onto the boats, they basically watched their house being torched to the ground.
Damn, dude, what the
April
hell?
Fools, you're the fool.
Oh shit.
That's
Oh, you did
you
tell me
remember it
this.
now.
Holy
This is what
shit, that
this
is
is where
nuts.
today, or this is what the origin is again. And I always say this, man. A lot of the stuff that we do today comes
Oh,
from the Moors, man. I'm telling you, it is insane the amount of stuff that is came from them. Like the reason why we're in this position is a direct correlation to what they did. Now, I'm not saying they were bad or anything like that. Obviously, they were, they did good and bad things, but they influenced the whole entire world, especially North America. You know what I'm saying? But the whole entire world. The KKK hood. That's a Moorish. That's a Moorish dress. They used to have, but it wasn't white, but it was just all colorful. But they used to have the pointy hat. They used to have the fuck. Yeah,
what,
yeah, that's
dude?
Moors, bro. That came from. See, the thing is,
Wow.
they're mocking us. They're mocking us. They're saying, okay, we're going to use your shit against you, and you're not even gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So
And you know what they say about what did they say about mockery? It's like the highest form of
exactly.
flattery.
Well, is it mockery or it's
I don't
imitation?
know.
No, imitation.
I don't.
It's
Huh?
imitation is the highest form of
Imitation
flattery.
flattery?
Exactly. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So and even the wigs in the court in the court
Yeah,
gown
yeah, yeah.
more.
Do you know why they used to wear the wigs, bro? I think it was what was it
They
called?
had lights or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah. Or they were bald, or they had
Mm.
some cheese or whatever.
Yeah, they
Man,
got it from the Moors because the Moors used to wear those. They used to have these type of hair, and it was like it was they couldn't replicate it. They had to make a wig for it. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And they used to wear the gowns. That was the Moorish stuff too.
I
You know
guess
what
it.
I'm saying?
Wow, I could see
Yeah,
all that,
like
dude.
everything, man. But that's
So where do you think they got their stuff from?
who the Moors. Well, the
Yeah.
Moors are again they're African people, so they came from Egypt. They came from all places in Africa. And look, well, again, and it's funny because someone asked me what I claim. I claim the world, and the reason why I say that is because I don't want to just. Africa was just a stronghold, but we were worldwide. We everywhere you look, Australia, China, Europe, South America, North America. The first ones there had dark skin. They were black. Simple as that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not racism. It's not. No one is better than each other. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up thinking I was not even in history. Okay?
Yeah.
And I just took it on the chin. So people can realize the truth. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the truth.
Isn't it funny, bro? They tell us about dinosaurs, but they don't tell us about
You know what?
that.
That's a fucking good point. I knew,
They tell us about
bro, I knew more
dinosaurs,
about
dude. We
dinosaurs.
don't even have really that much proof of dinosaurs. Like I believe in them, but we don't have that much. We don't have pictures of them or
Right. We just
nothing.
have bones.
Like,
We just kind of we
yeah,
speculating on how they looked.
yeah,
Like literally,
yeah,
we just literally like take. You know what? I'm glad you said that because realistically, bro, we don't actually have a actual image of a dinosaur. We only have bones, and we're just speculating what their skin would look like and feel. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So we really don't know what they would have looked like, bro. They could have had fucking I don't know, but like they could they could have had like they could have been dragons out here. I believe in dragons personally. You
I
know what I'm
do too.
saying? I
Yeah.
think dragons would have was out here, flying. Because again, it's very hard for a human mind to just completely make up something from scratch. Everything that we've seen today,
Yeah. No. 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 There's definitely
you know what I'm
stories
saying?
and
Yeah,
shit.
usually things kind of, stem from something. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's hard. You get where I'm coming from? Like,
Is a Komodo dragon a real dragon or no?
well,
What do you think?
I don't know why they call it a dragon. I know it's a lizard. I know it's a lizard, but
Okay.
I did
Well,
watch.
you don't think that's a type
No,
of
no,
a dragon?
I definitely for sure, for sure. I think so. I watched this thing a while back, maybe like 10 years ago. Like it was like explaining like how a dragon would work and like how they had bones of it. I can't find the documentary now, but like so basically how a dragon would be breathing fire, basically it would have methane. It would have certain gases in their actual lungs.
I can see
Right,
that.
and it
I
had
can see that.
methane and ethanol or so, maybe not ethanol, but it definitely had methane. And
Yeah, definitely like a very more
yeah,
natural
yeah,
form of it.
exactly, right? And
Something with stomach acid,
yeah,
things
and
like
it
that.
would basically they were able to generate this stuff at will, and basically they were able to combine all the gases and basically breathe out fire. That's how they kind of scientifically what I'm saying broke it down how it would be. And obviously,
Look at Chinese culture,
yeah,
bro.
bro, all that
Like it's so much
is
dragons and
dragons
stuff.
and it's lions. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Lions,
Yeah, yeah,
lions,
like Asian
yeah.
people in general, they love lions. And then when you realize there's no lions in Asia,
No
there's
way.
bro, there
No
are no
way.
lions in Asia. And do you know where they got it from?
Where,
There's
where?
only lions in Africa.
Yo, that's fucking crazy, bro.
So, and I
Yeah.
totally,
That makes a lot of
bro,
sense, dude.
yeah,
Damn.
and it's
Yo,
basically,
you're fucking
bro,
my head up
bro,
right now.
it's basically a tribute to when the Africans ran China or Asia in general. It's a tribute, bro. I had this Vietnamese friend.
Bro, what? That's nuts, man. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a certain tiger in India, but that's all. There's no other lions. Lions do not exist in Asia. Why the hell do you got a lion?
There's just like, bro, like hippos and this is like random, but just like in Colombia, there's no hippos or whatever.
No hippos at all?
But there's no, there's like they're having literally an issue right now with hippos though, because Pablo Escobar back in the day, he bought a bunch
Really?
and they've been breeding so much. Yeah, but they're actually illegal in Colombia.
Wow. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy how, see, okay, I'm glad you said that. I'm very glad you said that. This is 40 years ago, 30 years, 50 years ago, right? 80s, 80s.
Yes. Yeah.
If a powerful man can bring a animal that's not natural to that habitat in 50 years ago, right? Can bring one animal. I mean, the climate could definitely sustain it, I'm sure,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If one man can do it, imagine a whole kingdom of men coming
Yeah.
through,
Yeah.
bringing their lions, their
Yeah.
tigers, this and that, to a whole area of the world. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was to the point, bro, that I'm pretty sure there was a shit ton of ligers back then. Do you know about ligers?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
tigers and
like
lions.
now we only have like two or three in the world, but I'm saying that they're a thing or whatever. So imagine they probably, man, the world was just crazy
Hmm.
back then. Imagine
Running wild, running wild. You know what I'm saying? Running
it
wild.
was also horrible though, bro. I don't know, give
Yeah,
or
give or
take.
take. There's no solution, like Micah says. He says no solutions, only trade-offs, which is fact. Which is facts.
That's funny.
Um, but let's get into the
Yeah.
juicy things. And I'm gonna
All right.
let you start with it.
Okay. Should we start with Tate?
Yeah, might as well start with Tate, man.
My boy Tate, dude. Man, dude,
Yeah,
he's out.
yeah.
He's out, man.
He,
I'm in shock, honestly, man, because it's funny. Like, he tweeted out a couple of days prior to that. He said Friday. Him and his brother said Friday, inshallah,
oh,
which
really?
means Friday, God
Hmm.
willing. And I was wondering, I'm like, damn, what do they mean by Friday, God willing, or whatever? And they got released on Friday. Oh, they're on house
Hmm.
arrest, by the way.
Hmm.
But they're out of prison, you know. Um, so I honestly, I'm gonna say it off the rip. I think he's gonna get killed. Honestly, like they let him out for a reason, you know, and he's gonna have full freedom after 180 days because I think they could only hold him for 180 days. Yeah, the Romanian government. So I think after that something might
That's
happen
about
or
half a
whatever. God,
year.
I hope not. I hope nothing happens to him, but that just might. Remember, I mean, he's been saying it, bro. First they cancel you, then they arrest you, then they kill
Uh,
you. He has two of them are out, bro. He's gonna be a beast right now. he's going to be a beast right now, dude. You know, so it's like he's gonna be too much of a threat. He's way too much of a threat. It's crazy, man. It's so funny. Like he came out there and like the first thing he said was like, "Oh, all I've been doing is doing push-ups and reading the Quran." And I was like, "Damn, that's so
Uh-huh.
badass." But yeah, I don't know, man. I hope that he continues to do what he was doing before he went to jail, man. You know, like I feel like there's nothing for him. I feel like life is like, and I agree with him. It's like life is life if you have something worth dying for.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like, bro, he was rich before all this shit. He chose to
Chose
talk
to do
about
it.
this stuff. He chose to be
Chose.
controversial and
And
stuff
and,
like that.
and I respect that so much, bro. Like I
But
really I
yeah,
really do. And I'll make a comparison. Well, I won't make a comparison, but I'll make a relation in a little bit. But I respect that to the highest degree because you didn't have to do anything. You
not
didn't
at
have to
all,
help
dude.
anyone. You didn't have to do anything at all. You could have just stayed, lived lavish, and died old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No one would have
yeah,
said anything, but he chose. There's something in him, and again, there's certain people in this world. They know that they have to do something. They know that they have to bring something out into the world. You know what I'm saying? And those type of people, um, they're special. They're
yeah.
special.
They're
They're
protected. They're protected until they're not. You know.
protected.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Um, a- and whenever they talk, I say this to you all the time, bro. Whenever they talk, people listen.
Yep,
There's certain
yep,
people in this life. Whenever they talk, people listen. They just have that gift. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um, now, now, if you're Tate, what do you do to keep yourself alive?
what he has been doing, bro. He has bodyguards and stuff. I think that's sufficient enough to have constant surveillance around you. Like, you know, like if you're at home, have somebody outside the crib. Other than that, bro, what are you gonna do, Mark? Like he's even said it, he's not gonna live in like fear and just be ducking and dodging and shit. And I agree, I'm not gonna be ducking and dodging and shit like forever. They're gonna get you, they're gonna get you, bro. What do you think?
Well,
Because he's not gonna hide in a bunker. Like what's the point of it? Then it's just gonna go back to, bro. Once like you gotta think about what Malcolm said. Like once you accept that, like oh I need to like what's his code? Like oh once you've accepted like you're taking on like the government or whatever. Basically what he was trying to say, you have to accept that you're a dead man already.
right.
Basically,
Okay. I'm not sure of the
you
quote,
know. So I'm
but
pretty
I
sure
get what you're saying.
Tate before he even started this journey of
He
waking people
accepted it.
up, he was like they're gonna kill me and I have to
Yeah.
go with it all or whatever.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, there's just what's the point of it, bro? It's like you're back in prison if you're gonna be like in a room in a corner with like a gun. You know, it's like what would you do, bro?
Well, I agree with you. I'll say that. Right. But I will say that bodyguards, they might be able to do some things, but we all know all it takes is a little bit of bribery.
What about okay? So what if it's just his brother? What if they took it that serious, bro? Like it's like when you're sleeping, I'm watching. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? But there's just no way to do it, bro. Right?
Bro,
I'm saying there's obviously a way to
yeah,
survive, but I'm saying there's no way to survive and show your face out in public and shit at the same time.
man.
Have fun. You know, you can't
No,
have
his
fun
fun
and
is gone
survive.
now. I mean, his fun is done.
Exactly. But there is a way to you could just smash his phone and be like fuck Instagram, fuck everything. He still has money. Grab that money, go onto some unknown
Yeah, that's what
island,
he could do.
grow his hair
That's
out,
what
you
he could do.
know, and then he'll be
And he could
good.
hire a team. But see this again, when you involve other people, that's where the danger comes in.
Yeah, the more people, the more
The more danger.
chinks in your armor there
Yeah,
are.
because bro, like I said, man, all it takes is one person to get bribed. Say, you know what? I'm gonna throw you $500,000. Just tell me where Tate is, or tell me where he goes at 5 o'clock. That's all I want. Now, if a person is slimy, now don't get me wrong, 500,000 is great money, but if you selling out your dude, I'm not taking it. But regardless, someone will, and they will find that someone, and it's going to happen. It's not a matter of when or if. It's going to happen. They're going to find that person. They're going to find that chink in the armor. They're going to find that weak link in the chain. It's going to happen, right? So the more people you involve, the more danger you're in. So if he were to say, okay, you know what? I'm throwing away all my social media. See, you know what? I'm about to give out too much game, but whatever. Fuck it.
Mm.
You throw all your social media, you throw all your phones, everything connected to the internet, everything connected to the world. You go out in an uncharted island. You go out, you build a house, build a farm,
Yeah.
and you say, you know what? Whoever the last time they saw Agent, or sorry, not say Agent. The last time they saw Andrew Tate is
Yeah.
who I am, but I'm not that person anymore. And you live your life. That's the only way to survive at this point.
Yes, bro, but no, would you do that? And is that a coward's way out?
I'm gonna just wink at that because I might be revealing too much. I'm gonna just wink. Yeah.
Okay. Because the way I'm looking at it, I don't know, bro. I look at it like how like the Panthers did it, you know. None of them were looking at, yeah, man, after this we're gonna chill. You know, like no, they were like,
Well,
ready to
here,
take
here's
and
here's the way I look at it, right? Is can you accomplish more alive or dead?
alive, but you have to be
Do
there,
you?
like you know what I'm saying? Well, kind of. I feel like kind of
Do you? Like,
to be as successful. Yeah, I feel like if doing the further you are, the longer it's gonna take.
further you are, the longer it's gonna take.
Yeah, yeah, from it or
Oh,
whatever.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. I mean,
oh. Okay,
you have to be
okay. I
in there.
get you. I get what you're saying.
Waking the people up or
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
something.
I fully,
I
yeah.
mean,
No,
okay,
I get what you're
well,
saying.
bro, Andrew Tate waking up the people. How does he do? He would just do it online, right?
Yeah,
That's it. It's not like he would be out in the streets or
right.
like. So that makes me think as well, bro. Like he could just get it, do it from an undisclosed location. Like do it kind of like how the guy. Bro, remember we were talking about it? The guy that said, "Oh, they're spying on you." That
Edward
was on Joe
Edward
Rogan.
Snowden.
Yes, he was on Joe Rogan, and the way he was able to be there or whatever, they're looking for him, but he's able to like talk to Joe
Mm.
Rogan and stuff. So I'm saying Andrew could maybe do something like that because that is the way he woke people up.
A team would have to be
Um,
hired. A team
hmm?
would have to be hired to disclose his, or to remove his location from anything, from anywhere he was.
He would be. It's just
Yeah,
exhausting, bro. You'd have to be. He's gonna have to be
co-
constantly
and
moving.
constantly stressed.
Like, what do you do?
Constantly
Like, what do you
stressed.
do? Yeah,
In my personal opinion, I think the off-grid method would probably be the best way, and you have someone you can trust out in the public.
bro. He's so not gonna
He's not
do
gonna
that
do it,
though.
and it's
Did
also
you see the video of him walking around in his
nah,
house smoking the big ass?
nah.
Yo, he looks
Yeah,
jacked.
he
First
looks
off,
jacked,
yeah, dude,
so
he
he
looks
doesn't look like
humongous.
he has cancer.
No, 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 no. He looks pretty. He looks big, bro. He looks like a heavyweight in the
You gotta send me
UFC.
that
Looks
video.
pretty humongous. Just smoking a big cigar, and he's just walking forth and back. Like he just looks like he has like revenge on his
Mhm,
head, like
mhm.
vengeance.
I like that.
You
I
know.
mean,
I like it too,
yeah,
bro. That video was like,
yeah. You
bro,
gotta send me
like,
that one if you can find it again. Send me that one.
yes, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he's not gonna do that, and that's not his style. So I project, and I agree with you. I project him being dead within 2 to 3 years. He'll probably be dead. Probably be this year, realistically. They're gonna find him with a bullet in his. Man, you know what? I don't want to wish. I don't know. You want to.
But it's just
It's
it's just the
it's
way
the
it
way it
goes.
goes.
How many times have we
Exactly. We've
seen this,
seen the
bro?
story so many times.
It's
Do we need
just
another example to show us? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, do we? We don't. You know what I'm saying? And
Now this is a good one, bro. How are they gonna get this done when they also have to get his brother?
uh,
And they
that's
got to
two
make that
now.
look
That's
clean. And they have to
two
make it
now,
look clean.
right?
Yeah. And they have to make it look clean, smooth.
That's gonna be a tough one for them. That's gonna be a tough one.
And then it's just like a car accident, just like what's that queen, bro, from the UK that was driving under the
Queen
tunnel?
Diana,
Yeah,
Princess
yeah, yeah.
Diana.
Yeah. That was like so
Yeah,
obvious,
yeah.
like right under the tunnel and it blew up or something, like just
Mhm,
random,
mhm.
Yeah, it could be
If they're listen, if I'm them, we can't be in the same place at the same time. Unfortunately.
why though? You don't think they'd be safer to more
Well,
together?
but
Like, you know what I'm saying? Back to
if
back
they
type
kill
scenario?
both, what did you just say? Then they get both of them.
No, but what I'm getting at is like, oh yeah,
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 because
yeah, yeah.
now
It
look,
kind of reminds me of, bro, like you know how like the people who know like the KFC recipe, they can't be. Yeah, yeah.
I'm dead. But yeah, like
But that
yeah,
sucks though,
because
bro.
look, if you know, hypothetically, right? You got a brother.
Yeah,
Obviously, we both have brothers, but like not them.
yeah.
If you had a brother, same age or similar age, whatever, doing the same thing. If you know he got killed, he didn't die, natural or anything like this just happened, then you can go out and say they killed him, right? That at least that's something you can fall back on. Do you get where I'm coming from? But if they kill both of
Yeah.
you, there's no story to be told. You got to leave it to everyone else.
Man, I'd have a dead man switch if I was
Yeah,
Tate.
and I'm sure he does. I
And
would think he does.
honestly, like, yeah, it would just be a bunch of positive shit, like things that like everlasting goodness
Right,
or
right, and
whatever, you
just
know?
like this kind of like this manhood and just a one last message for men in general. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
even
yeah.
women. Just
Bro, they even got Kevin Samuels. Like, think about that. You don't think like they
yeah,
even got
yeah,
Kevin
bro. They
Samuels.
poisoned him.
He looked healthy. Like, it was
Come
not
on,
no whatever the fuck
they
they said. He
poisoned
looked
him.
very
They
healthy.
poisoned him, bro. Simple.
Yeah,
They poisoned his
that
ass.
sucks, dude.
It's fucked up, bro. But this is the way it goes. And again, unless you have an exit plan, and if you do, cool, right? If you don't, cool as well. Again, there's honor in dying for something that you believe in, right? But I will say, dead men, they can't accept any awards. You know what I'm saying? Dead men, they can no longer talk. So you got to make sure if you die for this shit, you got to make sure you did everything that you possibly could. You get where I'm coming from,
Yeah,
right? If you
yeah,
just
yeah.
die halfway in between, yeah, you might have done a lot of things, right? Great, right? Like Tupac, he died 25 years old. You're telling me if he ain't lived till 40, how much things he would, bro? In a couple years, he would have had a political party. He might, he himself might have
Mm-hmm.
fucking ran for president. He might have been the first black president. I don't know. I'm not saying that he would have ran, but if he had a political party, who knows what could have happened in 10, 20 years. Now, I'm also not saying that, again, he did his job. His job was he had to die. That was just what came here to do, right? He came here to inspire and spark things.
How long was he like at a peak for? Like, how long was he?
Well, it's okay. I will say it's a little bit harder for us to kind of say that
Oh, true,
because we weren't
true.
alive in that time frame. But from what the consensus I see that he was on the top for about 3 years.
That's
Yeah,
it?
like top top
How long was he
top.
famous for?
He
How
was
about
famous
that?
for a good 5 years, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, so how long has Tate been known for?
Well, I'll say this. I knew Tate probably. I've seen Tate at least probably the first time I saw him was not 2019, 2020, 2019,
Bro, what year is this?
2023.
2023? God
Yeah.
dang. Every time someone tells me the year, I'm like,
Yeah,
holy
I know,
shit.
man. It's surprising. That's
2019?
probably the first time
No
I've
way, bro. That's a
ever seen him.
while. I've only known about him, I feel like, for like a
Well,
year
I
or
don't even, I
two.
can't even say I knew about him though. Like I saw clips of him, but like I didn't know who he was or you know what I'm
Dang.
saying. But like I believe
Yeah.
I saw something with him. You know what I'm saying. But he's been out for a while though. Like right, I mean he trained Idris Elba. He's trained Idris Elba
I did not know that.
for a movie or something like that for a kickboxing movie, and that was like 2014. 2015. Yeah, he's
Wow.
he's been out here. He's been out here for a minute now.
No, but I'm saying, bro, is like at the like
Oh,
being known
okay.
for the shit. How long has he been
I
controversial
think for
for?
a
How
good
about that?
probably 2 to 3 years. I would say
Because
so.
that's how long I've known him
Right,
for. Like,
right,
for as long as he's been
right. I,
controversial.
I would say 2 to 3 years. He's been controversial.
So I'm comparing him to like bro, Tupac died way too
Yeah,
fast, like way too young. So I'm comparing him to like let's see how long they let these dudes
right.
usually live on average. So
I'd say
I'm
I'd say
giving
two and
like
a half, two maybe three. He's been
I feel like Tate for him I give him like he's gonna be controversial for 5 years
max, max
max.
until they
Yes,
get him.
he has like two left I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, max. I think I agree. I think, man, there's no look, and this is funny because you told me this, but my friend actually just sent me a video about it yesterday. No, today, this morning. But I had told someone about it yesterday. Bert and Ernie are gay.
Yeah, I told you that. Yeah,
Bert and Ernie, if you didn't know, Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street
Sesame Street.
are homosexual. They came out, I don't know how long ago. Do you know how long ago it was?
Wow, that was a while. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago
Mm.
maybe. Maybe yeah.
And I was watching a Malcolm in the Middle episode, right? Where I don't know if people probably, if you've seen every episode, you probably know it, but there's a billboard, right?
Hmm.
There's a billboard of pretty much like a stripper, and pretty much they go up there to kind of like vandalize it, but then their mom comes and they pretty much switch it up where like, oh, they're fighting for women's rights, right? Just so that they can stay up there and not get in trouble.
Oh, that's
right?
funny.
But
Man, that's
in the middle of
crazy.
it, right? They, the feminists start bringing them books and cookies and things, right? And they actually
Hmm.
start to believe in it, right? Right.
Whoa.
But the crazy part is that Dewey, the little brother, he starts
Yeah.
reading a book of like a feminist book, and it describes like a scenario of what's going on today. Like it talks about gender roles being switched and fluid gender roles and this and that. I'm like, damn,
Oh
it's
man.
feminist.
I think I'm gonna watch that show after this
Yeah, yeah,
podcast. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
bro.
It gave me a lot of nostalgia just thinking about
Hmm.
it. But man, that's
Yeah,
crazy,
bro.
dude. And that show's old, bro.
Oh,
That show's how long?
that episode was like,
20 years ago?
bro,
Oh, not 15 years
more
ago,
than
maybe.
it came out more than 20 years ago, but like that episode was about 17
The
years
house,
ago.
the house isn't even there anymore. Think about that,
What
bro.
house?
That the
Yeah, yeah,
show
yeah,
takes
yeah. I'm
place.
sure not. Probably not. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
crazy.
Like, but that show came out in 90, no, 2000,
Probably
23
yes.
years ago. The episode was about 20 years ago. And they've successfully gotten to the point where masculinity is now toxic, even though it's literally the opposite of toxic. Masculinity is protecting, masculinity is providing, masculinity is it's the opposite of toxic. You know what I'm saying? So toxic,
You know what it is, bro? It's like we just have people have gotten the bad example of masculinity. Because sadly, like in almost everything in life, the bad usually overshadows the
right?
good, and that is usually what represents or misrepresents the whole.
Unfortunately,
You know, because people a toxic okay, people are always what is it? What is it? Okay, toxic masculinity is a man being fucking emotional.
facts,
You know, going crazy,
facts.
doing dumb shit, arguing, calling people
Right,
bitches, not
right,
doing just dumbass
right. And
shit.
I'm glad you said that.
You
I'm
know.
very, very, very glad you said that because who are the people associated with emotions? Mostly
Women?
women.
Mm-hmm.
So if toxic masculinity is men being feminine,
Yeah.
then we
Hmm.
need more masculine men.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If it's not, it's just gonna be a bunch of bitches.
Right, essentially, right? At this
Yeah,
point, if we're breaking down we're breaking down the behaviors, we're breaking down the science, we're breaking down the terms because what you just is night facts. Ma- to, but I won't even say that. I won't even say toxic masculinity, but that image of what the word
no,
that they
that's just what
yeah,
they think it
exactly,
is.
right. That
Like, cause
exactly.
people get so confused of what about it, and it's like I know what they're
Right,
talking
right,
about, you
right.
know, because it's like if not, bro, where do they derive toxic masculinity of a good man? It doesn't come about. It's just the bad examples
Uh-huh.
of that, you know,
Uh-huh.
just fucking with
Uh-huh.
hoes and everything that women just don't like.
Exactly.
Basically.
Exactly.
Just like how we could say, well, okay, what about toxic
Uh-huh.
femininity, which is like women who hold their children
Right. Well,
hostage or shit like
yeah,
that, or they
yeah,
cheat, or they're
yeah.
hoes, or they're
For
just not good
for
people,
me,
you know?
toxic masculinity, or sorry, toxic femininity is women trying to be men and everything that comes with it.
True. Oh, that's great. No, that's great. Yeah. Well, so it's literally, yeah, it's literally what you
Yeah.
just said, bro. Like it's the
It's
opposite. Toxic. A toxic male is a male trying to be a female, and a toxic female is a female
yeah.
trying to be a male.
Because bro, you ask
Yeah.
any real woman, right? That's not a hoe. Do you look, right? And this is shout out to Patrice O'Neill. Rest in peace.
Rest in
You go
peace.
ask, people watching the video, you go ask a girl that you respect that you think is a real woman. Maybe, you might not even be friends with her, but just go ask her. Well, maybe you probably have to be friends with her to ask her this, but do you ask her, do you want a bunch of random dicks in your every hole? Okay. 90% of them are going to say no. They want one dick. They want one guy that they can build with and they can love and they can grow old with together. But if you ask a dude, a healthy dude, not every dude, but if you ask a normal dude, an average dude, does he want 15 pussies? 15 pussies in a day. Two, I'm exaggerating, but does he want, what I'm saying? Does he want a lot of pussy? He gonna say yeah, because
Yeah.
that's our nature to fuck a lot of bitches, to mate, to, what I'm saying? We're not.
So leave that there, bro. No, no, listen to this. Leave that there, bro. Why do you think, like, whatever, like, made us or whatever, or why are we just not innately compatible?
Well, we are well, okay. We are
Because look at
no,
what you
right, right, right.
described, bro. And because I've been thinking about
Mhm.
that, I'm like, I agree
Yeah,
with that, bro. Look at just the way women are built. A woman could carry one child at a
one
time.
child.
Guys could fuck this girl.
Exactly.
I could get 7 girls pregnant
One
every day
time.
throughout the week. Think about that.
Ooh, that was a
Seven
good
children,
point.
bro, be here alive by the end of the
That's a good
year.
point. More
You
than
know,
that.
so we're
More than that.
obviously, and the way men think, we're always horny. We're always like, we always want a girl with a fatter ass. We get tired of the same bitch after 6, 7 months. So why are we not compatible
Right.
naturally?
Well, I'll say this. Not we're not necessarily uncompatible because
I mean, no, because most of these motherfuckers are married and I mean, at least they be acting happy and shit. But tell me how many polygamous relationships
right.
you know
And
about.
okay, and you got a good point there. Right. But
At least it seems like they're
right.
happy
Well,
with
well
it.
here well
But motherfuckers be cheating, so it obviously isn't. Even my boss has told me, like, he's like, man, I just be like, I'll mess around with like a stranger, like maybe once a year, and he was like, man, he's married and stuff, and he's like, yeah, men are just not supposed to be
mhm,
monogamous,
mhm.
and he's like 40, he's like 60 years old, and
60.
I'm like, yeah,
He's out here.
yeah, he's 63. Yep.
Wow.
He doesn't even wear his wedding ring.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well,
But yeah.
well,
And I agree with him. Like the more I get older, bro, it's like I don't
just be
wanna.
one.
We've talked about this a thousand
Yeah,
times,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You
But
know.
it'll
But
never
yeah,
get old though, because we always find different things. But
it's funny. I was talking to my pops about this and stuff. And he was like, he was surprised, and I was telling him because now he wants to like settle down, and he was surprised that I don't want to settle down like ever. And I was like, Dad, you can't be surprised because you used to be a player back in the
hmm
day. So
yeah.
it's like maybe I got this shit from you or whatever. It's just I don't know, bro. I don't mind taking a girl out on a date. We go to the
hmm
movies and do all that dumb shit, but it's like I need my
hmm
space and I don't want to be tied
hmm
down. I don't want to have to call
Right.
you or you to call me. You can fuck whoever you want. I'll fuck whoever I
hmm
want. I know I'm just sharing
hmm
you or
hmm
whatever. And that's it.
See,
And that's
and
it. I'm
yeah,
not I'm not I'm not acting like, I just want to fuck a girl and drop her off over it. No, no. I was like, we could do the whole thing or whatever, but I just don't like any
the
obligation.
relationship
And I
part,
have
pretty
too
much.
much I yeah, yeah, and I just have too much
hmm
time. I need all the time or
Yeah,
whatever, bro. You know, is what I'm
yeah,
getting at, bro. I need all my
yeah.
time. Basically, I have work to
hmm
do. I have like 4, 5, 6, 7, like empires and shit I want to build.
Exactly.
You know, and I can't just be worried on a girl laid
hmm
up. You know, so yeah, that's just how I work or whatever. You
hmm
know, I don't see anything negative about that, especially if you let them know.
hmm
You know, I like as soon as I mess with a girl, you know me, bro. Like I tell them from the day one, I don't want a relationship. This is what I want or whatever, and then they respect you for that. Some of
hmm
them, if the shit works, they're gonna be all over you because it's like, oh, he's like about it,
hmm
and on top of it, he's like cool, he's a stand-up
hmm
dude or whatever, you know.
hmm
So to each their
hmm
own,
hmm
honestly. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I think most of most of the women back then, because we got to remember, right? The girls today are completely brainwashed with this new age dumb
bro, they're
shit.
so easy, and y'all can't even get mad at me because you guys are so fucking easy. It's so, like you guys are just so, bro. Most of these young girls, they're just so like basic, like mentally.
Well,
I'm not saying
mm,
like you know what I'm, bro. They're all into the same shit as what
yeah,
I'm getting at, bro. Because of the influence is so big. I feel like when we went to school, influence wasn't that big because people weren't that attached to
right, right,
technology.
right, right,
It was just starting to get
right,
there, but it's like people have their own
right,
personality.
right.
Is what I'm
No,
getting at, you know?
facts, facts. But I think they're brainwashed with some really stupid shit. So now it might seem like we're uncompatible, but if you look about 1,000 years ago, men always had more than one wives. Like this one wife, this
And it
yeah,
worked.
and it worked
Yeah, and
out,
women just
and they
understood that.
understood it,
Yeah, women
and
just
they were
understood
good
that.
with
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? They were fine with having the one husband and just pleasing him, the one. But they knew that they were in line with a bunch of maybe four other females, and he still had, and besides the four other females, five other females, he still had side pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I think they were good with that. But nowadays, because the women are trying to be men, they want to do what we're doing. They want to try to
You know
fuck a
what it
bunch
is?
of men, which is not their nature to do. They're going against their nature. If you want to go fuck a bunch of men, that's on you. But you're not going to
Yeah.
tell me that at the end of the day you're happy with yourself. You are going to be miserable.
Do you think every girl's like that,
I
bro?
think I could put 90% of them they are going to be miserable. Bro, look, I ask any girl. Well, I won't say any girl, but I ask numerous girls, right? Because I know certain, maybe certain girls they might have cheated, they might have you know, done some devalued themselves, right? And I ask them, Did you feel good after? And they always, 100% of the time, I've never had heard it wrong. They have always said no. They felt like shit after. They felt like, what did I just do? If that happens, then you know that that's not in your nature. If you go, but if us guys, right? For the most part, if it's a good girl, good energy, right? If you go fuck maybe two or three in a weekend, maybe even a day, bro, and all of them give you good energy, because some girls can suck that out of you, right? But if you go fuck three girls with good energy, right? You're gonna be happy. You're not gonna feel bad about yourself. You're not gonna feel like, oh, I just played them, because again, especially if they know that it's just fucking, right? It's just an act.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna feel bad. But if a girl does that, bro, at the end of the day, bro, she's going to feel like she devalued herself in some way, and they always get mad when we say that shit, but they know it in their heart.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's just so funny, bro. Like, this same video keeps popping up in my head. Like, I remember seeing this video of a girl, like, literally, I think she was on Instagram Live, and she was literally saying like that she loves getting trains ran on her. She was like, I just love like being touched and
See, it
and
might
shit like
feel
that.
good for her. It might feel good for her,
Yeah, yeah,
but again, I always say this, right? When you go to sleep, when you wake up, it's you alone. Not anyone you had sex with, not anyone that you love, not any, I mean, it might be someone beside you, right? But who you wake up with, it internally is yourself. So if yourself is telling you that you don't feel great, if you don't feel something is up, you have to listen to that. That's your nature, is what's telling you. That's your nature. That's who's talking to you. Your nature. People can call it God. People can call it your conscience. You know what I'm saying? But I call it, it's the universe, it's the world, it's a lot of things. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to, it's your nature, bro. It's what
yeah,
makes you you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? But they always feel bad after. They always feel bad after. Um,
yeah,
but there's some other things that we wanted to speak about as well.
yeah. So we also have shoot the Trump, no, the school shooting. So there was a school shooting on in Nashville. That was what, Monday, bro? I think. Was that this? That was this week at Monday, right? Monday,
Hmm.
Tuesday. Man, so it was a transgender woman.
Transgender man,
Um,
transgender thing. Oh, you know what? Hold on, go ahead.
what was she? Oh, yeah, so she was a transgender. I know, I know. She was a transgender woman. And she killed three staff members and three students. And then she ended up getting killed herself. I
Oh,
saw
she
like the video.
she get smoked or she smoked herself?
Yeah, it's on video. It's on YouTube. Like there's body cam footage of it.
Bro, I don't be watching this shit, bro. But I'm damn.
I don't know. I just
Bro, I didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know that there was like.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Um,
what's your first thoughts when you I mean, you,
we're just gonna cut all this the bullshit that everyone talks about, and then we're just gonna get
fact,
to the straight to the
fact,
point, to the shit that just no one fucking is just scared to talk
facts.
about. There's something wrong with these people, obviously, dude. How do you have a grudge over little kids? This wasn't a 18-year-old or even it was a 28 year
Mm,
old. You're almost 30 years. You're a grown fucking man, woman, whatever. I don't care, man,
I
woman,
love it,
whatever.
bro.
You
I love it,
know.
man.
So yeah. So it's just like it's something in them. It's not. It's more than just you got bullied.
Has to
You
be.
know,
It has to be.
has to be more. It has to be more than. This is this should be like one of the main things, and in this case is like kind of different. But it's like when kids get bullied, um, they usually tell like a teacher or something or their parents. So it's like, why don't you have a grudge towards like the
They
teachers and
didn't
stuff?
fix
But it's
it.
like with this one is different because she killed like three staff members. But in most cases it's just kids, little
Hmm.
kids. Look at the Newtown
Hmm.
thing. It was strictly
Little
little kids.
kids. Little kids.
So they know what the issue is, and but they're just gonna make it worse and mask it with like, no, this is the solution by just being like, no, we need to give more pills, more pills, more pills, and that's pretty much it. They're already most of them are on
Hmm.
antidepressants. This is from the RIP. This is from the Columbine
Hmm.
students. The kids that did the Columbine shooting, they were on
Oh
antidepressants.
yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're on
Okay.
pills and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
So it's like all these they're almost all of them are always on like some medication, something, And so we just need man, they just as corny as it sounds, they just need a hug. Honestly, they just need someone to
The
talk
love.
to,
Someone love.
someone to relate
Yeah.
with, because I've been bullied before, like bad, 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 and it's like to the point that I don't want to go to school. I've never thought about shooting up the school
Mhm.
though,
Mhm.
you know. But I could definitely see how you would think that, because you get so scared and fearful, like every day you're getting attacked or beat
Mhm.
up, and you just get tired of it.
Mhm.
So, and then, you know, as you kids get older, you know, it's like, bro, I was getting at least beat up by like little kids and shit, but it's like getting beat up by someone who's 16, 17, or followed home and shit
Mhm.
constantly. No getting, and then on top of it, at home, it's usually they also never have a good household and stuff.
Mhm.
So it's the combination of that too, you know, it's just you just go
Yeah.
crazy, and like that's why they do it or whatever. So they just need better counseling at
Yeah.
schools, you know,
But
and better therapists, and
right,
yeah.
because to me, right? To me, it would make sense for you to go kill the person, the actual person that was the
The
bully,
person that
right?
bullied you.
That
But it's like they go to like I guess like it's like they probably feel like the school is guilty.
you know what? That's a different outlook, and
Well, that's what I'm getting at, bro. Cause
yeah,
bro, why is a 28-year-old shooting 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds?
right.
So it's like it's just like
You
it's
got a
like
good
in his
point.
head. I
You
don't
got no,
know.
no. You got a good, really good point. They might feel like everyone involved is responsible for their trauma, which clearly is an indication to they're not in their right mind.
Yeah.
Right? Because clearly, if you know that, you know, again, and this is what I always say, man. Everything comes back to you. Until you realize that as a person, as a man especially, but as a person in general, you're not gonna things are gonna be pretty hard for you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got, you spoon fed or whatever. But until you realize things are up to you, closed mouths don't get fed. You gotta change the shit for yourself. You can't rely on anyone else, bro. Don't wait on anyone else.
Oh, okay,
You know
okay,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
Don't try to,
I see what you're
yeah,
getting at,
like
bro.
bro, if you know, if you got an issue at school, yeah, go tell some. I mean, if just for the little kids, yeah, go. That might not be an issue, but they can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? But you have to go out like there's a person that we know, um, one of the kids that we used to spar with back in the day at Calzans. But he told me that he used to get really bullied, and his friend would just watch. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm your friend, bro, I don't give a fuck who's bullying you. We fighting. Now. There's no way I'm letting that happen,
Yeah.
right? But he said his friend used to watch, and he asked him one time. He said, why are you, you're not gonna defend me? Which I think is extremely foul that he didn't. But
Yeah.
the guy said to him, he said, look, you know, you gotta fend for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta realize that they gotta know that they can't mess with you. Because if I'm there, and I'm assuming this is his mindset because he didn't say all this, but if someone else is there and they realize that they can't fuck with you, but they catch you alone, what's gonna happen? You're not there with them all the time, 24/7. So in a way, I agree with him, but I don't care who you are. You're not messing with my dude type shit, right? But that's just me. But in a way, he was right because he had to realize that he had to stick up for himself.
But you know what the thing is, bro? It's funny. I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Like, it's like it's easy for us to say that because we had a kind of a decent upbringing, and it was like enough for us to take off on our own. Some people don't have that. Like this girl I used to date, she cannot be alone because there's so much of the trauma, and she's just been hated. She just, you know, so much shit in her head or
Hmm.
whatever, I guess. Like she doesn't love
Hmm.
herself, so she doesn't have like even the ability. Even when I gave her the blueprint, she would just laugh at
Hmm.
me, you know. So some it's like some people they just don't even have like the right
Right.
brain, and it's like they don't, like I've cut off friends, dude. Um, like I had a friend or whatever, bro, who just keeps fucking his life up constantly to this day, just more, just digging a hole and digging a hole, and it's like, dude, I can't even like be around
Hmm.
you, dude, because I give you the advice and you don't take
Hmm.
it, and your shit just affects me or whatever. But it's like with everything in life, dude, it's like, are you just like stupid? Like the
Hmm.
honesty, like that is just
Hmm.
dumb. Because it's like in almost every area, dude.
Right.
It's like you just keep
Like
hitting your head.
what are you listening? Are you listening? That's my question.
Like,
Like and I feel you, bro. I feel you. And I'm under the impression that anyone can change, right? But again, you have to know what's possible. If you don't know, and also you got to love yourself. This is one thing that people don't really talk about too much. You got to love yourself. If the love for yourself is not there, nothing. You're not going to be able to do anything right, at least. You know what I'm saying? Because the love for yourself is going to spark so much motivation, clarity. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put yourself first. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm just giving an example, right? I'm sure there's lots of girls that you want to smash without a condom, right? You know, you might get in a
Yeah.
situation you want to smash without a condom, right? But you got to realize that what's the risk of that? The risk is you getting her pregnant, you're gonna eventually have a baby. It may not be the baby mama that you want, right? Then you have a kid, right? And then you're taking away the love for yourself to put to the kid because you got when you have a kid, that's you got to live for them. But if you loved yourself, you would say, you know what? I'm okay with wearing a condom. This is a very vague and very brutish,
That's so
you know what I'm saying?
funny.
This is a very vague and brutish, say way of looking at it, but
Yeah.
the principles still apply. You got to love yourself first. You got to realize, what situation you're going to put yourself in if you don't act correctly. You know what I'm saying? And again, I can't tell anyone how to love themselves. They got to find out on their own. I can
My
only tell
only
you is
advice
to love,
is spend time with
right?
yourself. That's it.
Find out how you react with just yourself alone. If you always need to be with someone, there's an issue. If you always need to be bringing someone along to,
Have you ever been like that,
never
bro?
in my life.
Never?
Never in my life.
Never? That's impressive,
I
honestly.
just, and okay, for me, and I think the reason why is because I was always constantly having to say goodbye to people.
Oh
And I
yeah,
told you this
that's
before,
tough.
I always
Yeah, that's very
consistently
true.
saying goodbye. As soon as I get close to someone, as soon as I, get comfortable,
So
I'm
funny,
gone.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I lived with my dad for a couple years. Or even after that, like I would live with him for a summer. As soon as That's 2 3 months of the year. As soon as I get really comfortable, I gotta go back to Canada. I gotta go back to my mom, right? I gotta say bye to everybody. Everybody crying. I'm constantly saying goodbye. So it got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm numb to this. I'm staying by myself. I don't got. You know what I'm saying? This is the only common denominator of all this stuff is me. That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And maybe at the time I wasn't glad for it, but in the long run, I'm glad for it because I was able to really dig deep into myself and figure things out for myself, man. I'll always this is my, what I'm saying, this is my tool. Myself is my, I'm I'm about to say I'm a tool. I you know what I'm saying? Like, but
It's freaking
no,
funny, yo.
but like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I use myself as a tool to finish anything. Don't get me wrong, you can't do this shit alone. I will always say that though. Like, that's not how you do things in the world. You gotta have people with you and help you out, but you gotta be able to be good with yourself.
You gotta be a
You
king,
gotta you
dude.
gotta be
Yeah.
your king of your own kingdom. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dude.
Whether you're a king of a country or you know what I'm saying, something for real, like a company, you gotta be a king of yourself first. You gotta. There's no way
I
you know what I'm
found so
saying?
much peace, man. Like even like I'm still like to this day learning because bro, since I was like a kid, I've always like bro, since I was like 11, 12 years old, I've been literally like talking to girls like in a relationship. So and then from then on, I just hated being alone. I just liked attention or always talking to somebody. And now I'm up to the point that I'm going out to eat alone. I go on walks
Mhm.
alone, things like that, you
Mhm.
know. So I really and I don't know, my confidence and everything has just shot up. Like I just feel so at peace. Like I just go to the beach and walk around, and I plan out the day.
Doing the
Like, oh
shit
shit, I'm gonna go
without me.
back,
How
watch a
dare you?
movie.
Doing the
Huh?
shit without me. How dare you?
That's fucking funny. That's freaking funny. But yeah, like I've just learned to like I still hang out with friends, but it's like I want to more be with
Right.
myself than with
Right.
friends. Like I don't know. I tell my friends it's like, dude, I've never hung out with or been out with somebody or just out with people, and I'm like, damn, I rather this is better than being
Mhm.
alone.
Mhm.
Never.
Mhm.
I'm always like, this would be better if I was
Right. Right.
alone.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
It is the way I am. I
Mhm.
don't know. Like it's just nice.
Mhm.
Like when he told me he went to the movies alone, I was like, dude, that is so
Mhm.
dope. Like I want to go to the movies and
Mhm.
shit.
Mhm.
You know, because I've ate
Right.
alone. And that's like so fucking
It's
peaceful.
peaceful, bro.
It is
It's
so fucking
peaceful,
peaceful, dude. It
man.
really, it's so underrated,
Yeah, man.
honestly.
Honestly, bro, you.
Yeah, and it's I hate it, bro. Like sometimes like as soon as I go in the restaurant, they'll be like, "You're alone," in front of everybody. I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
motherfucker."
bitch. What you
Like,
talking about? Like,
yeah,
that's
it's
yeah,
so
yeah,
funny. But it's like, damn, that's such a new
yeah.
thing.
Exactly. Not much
But
people do it.
that's another thing because if most Americans are depressed and these motherfuckers keep killing themselves and
Mhm.
shit, and they're crazy, they shoot other people and other shit. It's because society is just it's like they're like bro, like they don't have like a lot of freedom and shit. Like I remember being depressed and I just put up want to be in my room and I had anxiety to just step out the door and shit. So it just that constantly sucks. But it's like loving yourself is like not caring about that. So it's hard to be
Exactly,
depressed when you're just
bro.
going out
It's
having
very
fun on
tough.
your
It's
own.
very
Like
tough.
imagine just watching a movie on your
Uh-huh.
own, eating your favorite sandwich on your own,
Exactly.
or going on a Ferris wheel on your
Yeah.
own, or going on a shopping
That's
spree
what I'm
on your own,
saying,
or shit like
bro. You
that.
doing it for you, not anybody else.
Yeah.
You know that. No, no, no.
This is why I can't get married, bro. Because I hate being with people, bro. I don't know. I just hate being with people, bro. And I have to compromise
Bro, you
or
gotta wake up
like
with her. Like you gotta like literally do everything with it, bro.
I'm gonna just eventually give you attitude.
And you
Like
ain't
I'm eventually be
and
mad.
you ain't even did nothing wrong, right? But you just being here.
I remember that, bro. I used to be like that, dude.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Like when I was with girls I didn't want to be with, like I'd just be mad. I remember like a girl would tell me. I remember this one time a girl told me something about her pool, and I said something stupid, and she like broke up with me. That was like the very last
Really?
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was like this girl. I used to break up with her every summer. Every summer I break up with her. Yeah, I remember she was like enough is enough or whatever. This is like when I actually changed and
Hmm.
shit. I was like, oh
Is this
shit.
the
But I remember like one of the things I remember is like she told me about something about like an above ground pool her dad put up. I said something dumb, like just me being. I know I said something like mean
Oh,
or
I
rude
wish
or
I
whatever,
knew,
and then she was
man.
like, I'm breaking up with you or
I really
something.
wish I knew that one.
I
Holy
don't remember,
shit.
bro. No, it had to be something mean or something.
Uh-huh.
But I was just so filled with like anger and hate,
Hmm.
dude. Like
Was this
it's
this
so
is the one
crazy.
like the high school one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
hmm
Damn.
But yeah, the one that basically changed me, I was like, oh, that's not how you treat
Right, right,
women,
right, 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 right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like 13, 14. Well, when we broke up, I was like 15, 16,
Hmm.
maybe. Yeah. That was pretty young. I'm glad I learned my lesson, dude, when I was young,
Yeah,
man, because like I know how to treat women now.
exactly. This is this is this
Yeah.
is uh this is a crucial time for us, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a crucial time for us. Obviously, not specifically for women, but just in general. Just how to interact with people in general. You know what I'm saying? Um, um,
We're not even in our prime
no,
yet,
no,
dude.
no, not at all, not at all.
It's
I
fucking
think
crazy.
I think my prime will be 28 to about
Yep.
36. I think so. I think so.
Yeah, maybe even
Yeah,
more, dude.
yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, guys, we only get better with age. We age like fine wine. You know what I'm saying? We gain more value with age. You know what I'm saying? Girls
With
with
wisdom,
wisdom,
dude. With wisdom.
experience. You know what I'm saying?
Experience.
Like that. But girls actually, unfortunately, don't get mad at me, girls. But y'all, the way that you guys are going today, you guys are losing value every year. Every year you guys are on this.
I must, man, there's so much girls, bro. It's like, it's so
Yeah,
funny, dude. I
man.
remember
Tinder,
no. My friend, we were talking
Tinder,
about this girl, dude. Huh?
Tinder. Okay.
Oh no,
Black.
no, I do not got Tinder. I promise I don't have Tinder.
Okay.
But this girl or whatever, we were talking about this girl. No, I didn't tell you or whatever. But yeah. So what happened? She got pregnant or whatever, and oh no, yeah, she got pregnant or whatever, and she was talking about what was she talking about? Oh, she was talking about guys like talking to her. She was like, "Oh, disrespect for guys who talk to me or whatever." I'm letting you know I come with a kid or whatever. And I'm like, that's just so funny to me, like, cause bro, there's so many girls that are like I've known that are like pregnant now,
And just
and it's like, bro, a lot of these girls do come with kids and shit.
yeah,
Like the older you get,
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, bro, once you realize they're looking for us, dudes without kids, dudes without any baggage,
it's fucking
they love
stupid.
it, man. That's their bread and butter. They're looking for us, dudes.
It's fucking
Dudes
funny.
that got their head on straight, they got the, you know what I'm saying? We got property, you know what I'm saying? We got things that we own.
I see it all the time, bro. Like when I go out and shit,
This is who
I
they're
see it
looking
all the
at us,
time.
man. And this
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's we gotta be
exactly,
disciplined
got
and
to be
shit.
sexually disciplined and disciplined
Yeah,
in
yes, bro.
general.
You have to be sexually
You
disciplined.
know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know, man. Like I still want to have my fun,
Yeah.
but it's like with everything with
Yeah,
discipline.
yeah, of course.
You can't get into. I don't know, bro. Like it's like the longer you spend time with a woman, it's like the weaker you
Facts.
get.
Facts.
I'm serious. Like
I
it's like this sounds
no,
shitty, but it's
it's
like that's
bro. It's
what
like
it is.
Hancock.
All y'all want to do is just
Yeah,
hang out
and just bro, not even do shit. That's why I always make sure.
and not even
No,
do
yeah, y'all
shit.
not even
It's literally shit, bro. Like you know when like after you're done working out, you're just at home. That type of
like just
shit.
laying down.
Forever.
Like, bro, I just really
Bro, you can do that every day, and they're still gonna be smiling.
literally, and that's the thing. This is why I specifically I don't. Not to say I don't talk to girls, right? Because I do, but I don't let it cut into my actual things that I need to do. If I am,
It's just like a hobby, bro. Like you can't like work. You can't be at the gym all
that's the
day.
perfect way
You
to put
can't
it,
watch
brother.
movies all
That's the
day.
perfect way to
You
put it. It's
know,
literally a hobby because, yeah, I might hang out with them, right? But if I am hanging out with them, what else I'm gonna do is not like if I'm gonna hang out with them, it's not gonna be anything else. What I'm gonna do is productive. Like say I go hang out with them, what I would be doing is not gonna be productive anyway. I might be having to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe I just worked out. And you know what I'm saying? Like I don't wanna. My body is not functioning where I can sit down and study something. I might go hang out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna hang out regardless. I'm gonna watch something regardless, but it's in my free time. But when my duties come, you know what I'm saying? They're not there. And I don't know how dudes can continue to have girls every day of their life and they don't focus on themselves. I don't know how they do it because I know a couple dudes to this day.
well, bro, it's just like you just don't have a purpose in
Yeah,
life.
facts, facts.
Obviously, because when you have a purpose, yeah, it's just as easy as having a
Yeah,
purpose, like a goal.
facts. No, you're right.
It just keeps you
Facts.
centered, bro. Like I've told you a bunch of times, I'm so conscious of my
Mhm,
goal. Like I literally have it in a paper in front of
mhm,
me. Like you will be a
mhm,
millionaire.
mhm,
You
mhm,
know, so it's like when I wake up, I see this
mhm.
shit or whatever.
Exactly. It's got
But
to
it keeps me
remind you.
focused because I'm like I don't want to be just successful. I want to be a
Exactly.
millionaire. So if I want to be a millionaire, I have a lot of work
That's
to do.
facts.
You
Every
know,
day.
so I don't know. I think about it every day, bro. Like every day for like I'll just think of
Mhm.
strategize.
How
You
can I
know,
get
think
there?
about shit. That's
How
just,
can I get there?
bro. I remember I was watching a video about Tate or whatever. Like they were talking about like, oh, what does he do throughout the day? Or like one of his boys was talking about it. I think yeah. One of his boys was talking about it, and he was like, he'll just be on a boat, bro, and there'll be mad girls, mad party going on, and
Mhm.
mad food and shit. And he'll just be like on his phone or on his laptop
Mhm.
working. And it's like he just wants the girls
Right,
around him.
right, right.
And that's how I want to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
I'm like I'll be on a boat having
Mhm.
fun, but I still have work here or
Exactly.
whatever. I'll go talk to a girl. Hey, how's it
Mhm.
going? You know, eat something, drink whatever the fuck, go back to
Back to
work,
work.
and then boom, and then back
Yeah,
to work. Every day
yeah,
back to
yeah.
work.
Every
Every
day.
day back
The
to
work
work.
doesn't stop.
You know?
The work doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
There's no day of the Sabbath.
Exactly.
You
No, yeah,
know?
every day you working.
Every day we
Every
work.
day you working, man. You know what I'm saying? And for those who think that they can get to a certain age and stop working, it's not gonna happen. I mean, unless you want to work a regular job and, be
Bro,
mediocre.
when the day you stop working, you want to fucking kill yourself, dude. I know people right now. I have a coworker right now. She's 70 something. She does not want to retire because once she retires,
Hmm.
she's like, "What am I gonna do at home?"
Exactly. Exactly.
And she has properties like she could be. She's in other businesses as well, but she just loves to
Right.
be at
Exactly.
work.
Working.
You
Working. And
know? Yes,
that might be her purpose. Don't be fooled.
that's what she. Yeah,
Don't be Yeah,
she's
yeah,
happy doing
exactly.
it.
Don't be
Obviously,
fooled that
she's doing it for like 30 years. You
exactly.
know,
Don't be fooled at something where you think you gotta be, some crazy no.
everyone doesn't have to be a fucking boss, dude.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
It's not for everyone. It's not for
It's
it's
not
for
for everyone.
me.
If everyone was a boss, it would literally would not work.
Exactly.
Someone has to give me my pizza,
Facts.
yo.
That's right. That's right.
So,
You know.
yeah, it's like it comes from
Yeah,
within, you know?
exactly. You
Like I
gotta
was
know.
born with
You
like
gotta
I
know.
got a certain mission.
Exactly.
I didn't watch a
Hmm.
movie, I didn't read a magazine, I didn't have
Exactly.
a dream. I was born with this
Exactly.
shit,
It
you
was
know?
always there. It was
Yeah.
never not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was never not. I gotta be a boss. I'm sure you gotta be a boss, but it's not for everybody. This comes with a lot of shit, man, and
Yeah.
sometimes
Sometimes you can help the boss.
exactly.
There's nothing
Nothing
wrong with
wrong with
that.
that at
There's
all.
nothing
If
wrong with
that's your
that.
purpose, that's your purpose. Simple as that. Uh, but we are definitely well over the hour. We're gonna let y'all go.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? The Ism podcast. We are the future. Just look out for us. Like and subscribe for more content, man. Comment. You feel me? Again, if you need any help, we're gonna start. I think we should do. Well, we'll talk about it later. But if
Okay,
you have
yeah.
any questions, just put it in the comments, man, and we'll answer it. Um,
Yep.
and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? So like and subscribe for more content, man. Comment, and we out.
Like,
Peace.
subscribe.
Provide the leadership to the people's revolution so he can take this country and change it, turn it upside down and put the last first and the first land, not only for black people, but for all people.